Hello, Internet. Matthew here with the splendiferous, I'm using that one more time,
Nice.
Jason Safford. Welcome to another episode of Whiteboard Hero, where I bring you an expert in a thing and they teach you about the thing. I'm not even noticing where my hand's going this time. All right, so today we're going to talk about...
The plan.
The plan. All right, I'm glad we went into this with a plan.
Okay. So,
what's the plan?
So obviously, I've shown you the concept of the green mind. We've talked a little bit about success and failure, and that the fact that success is not money.
Right.
That success is really about your ability to fail and fail often, find collaborators, and respect your time. That's what really creates success for you. But it really comes down to a strategic plan.
Okay.
Okay. So a strategic plan, also a business plan, but we call it strategic plan because, again, just like the Green Mind has 7 steps, you have to have a strategy for how you're going to go into business, operate the business, grow the business, and eventually have other people take over the business from you.
You have to have an exit strategy.
That's exactly right. Most people, and I'm going to use that first, is that most people fail to have an exit strategy. Okay?
I'm thinking about the Second Iraq War.
Yeah, well, whether you think about the second, the first, I mean, most
The
wars,
18th.
the biggest challenge is the exit strategy.
Right.
And if you don't put that up front, okay, this is one of the things that I've learned from my many failures, is not having a good exit strategy.
Okay.
So that's something that you have to look at right away and say, okay, I've got a great idea, I want to make it into a business. Where is it going?
Mm-hmm.
And how do I exit out of this business? I have a very, everybody has a rich uncle, they say. I have a very, very successful uncle who told me that if you look at business, any business, like a trolley car, any opportunity, and basically that trolley car can take you along a route from one place to the next. You buy that trolley car and you fix up that trolley car, you get it going, and it goes down the rails. Eventually, that trolley car is going to come to the end of the line, or it's going to go off a cliff based on whether or not you have an exit strategy. Where is that trolley car eventually going that you can stop and get off that trolley car?
So you start planning with the end in mind.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
So you have to have an exit strategy.
Okay.
And, that is one of the biggest failures. So right here, understand that there's another thing of plan your work. Okay? Work your plan.
Plan your work, work your plan. Honestly, if anyone wants to go out and get a tattoo.
Okay? So, so the whole idea is that you create a strategic plan with the end in mind, and then the whole plan that you're creating is something that you can work over and over again. Okay?
So duplicability?
Actually reciprocal. Remember we talked about the fact that it's cyclical.
Okay.
You're working your plan, you're improving every time. So
fixing the plan as you fly it.
Right. So again, so the same concepts of greening your mind is the same thing that you do in a strategic plan, which is that you have to have the landscape. Okay? So okay. And the landscape in this case is the market.
Okay.
Okay? What are you going into? What's your business? What's your product? What's your service? Okay? And then number 2 is your USP, or your unique selling proposition. What makes you unique?
Okay.
Okay? Number 3 is who's your customer? Okay? Now, a popular term, especially in digital marketing today, is that they talk about your avatar, which is your ideal customer. I think of Avatar completely differently, but especially the movie.
Great movie.
But the point behind it is that you have to start with a customer that wants your product. So an easy one is fashion, women's fashion. Let's use that one. You're not going to make bras for guys, right? That's something that's not going to happen.
Well, it's the current year, but going on.
But as a business, if you're going into a specific market, and let's say that market is women's fashion, What makes you unique is what you bring to the table that's different in terms of what you see in fashion. And then who are you selling to? Okay, you can sell into a high-end, level customer, or you can sell into a low-end level customer. And that's really going to help you to define in terms of what's your operation, which is number 4. Okay? All right, so your operation, especially for an entrepreneur, you're trying to find the lowest cost operation, whether it's drop ship, whether it's on delivery, or do it yourself,
right.
or made done for you types of services. That's your operation. Okay. Number 5, believe it or not, is your management. Okay. And the biggest mistake that we make as entrepreneurs, as business people, is we think that we are the management.
We're not.
And that's where we make the mistake. Okay, you got to find other people to manage. Remember the whole thing of weeding out distraction?
Yes.
Okay. Management.
Okay.
Okay. So that's where you get into the critical things of business are how you get other people to do the things that you can't do that well.
Right.
Okay.
Or that you can't spend all your time doing.
That's exactly right.
I think you're running out of space.
The last thing is in terms of finance.
Wow, you put finance last.
Yeah.
Most people run out and they try to get investors like right away.
Right. So the reality is that if you want to do real business, obviously you have to be able to capitalize.
Right.
But the idea that most people run out and they want to do get investors right away, those investors are going to say, well, okay, prove the model to me.
Where's the rest of it?
Yeah. And then we'll give you money. So whether or not this actually, you have a customer or not, your business plan, your strategic plan is what's going to convince an investor to give you money. Okay? So if you don't have a really good plan, now, and understand, there are investors that will invest without you actually doing the concept, and those are pre-seed investors. Then you have seed investors, then you have Series A, you have all sorts of different investors that you can go for, and we can get into that in another segment. But the point is that you have to build the plan in such a way that you can work it. The reason why finances last is once you've built everything out in terms of how the business is going to work, it's no different than a machine. The money is just the gas to take you places.
Simple, easy to understand. Make sure you're following Jason on all the requisite social media. This is Matt and Jason for Whiteboard Hero, reminding you to level up. Catch you on the next one.